Hey everyone, I'm here playing Subnautica Below Zero. And this is the new Subnautica game. I'm about an hour in, and I just want to go ahead and show you the current state of the game as it is in early access. This game's looking to be about a year of development before it's released in full. That may take more time depending on how things scale for them, but if you've played the first game, you're gonna find a lot familiar here. The tablet, the blueprints, the beacon manager, the photo manager, your log and data bank, these kind of things. Pretty much everything's the same in how you craft items and cook food. And right now, as with the first game, I'm playing on the Freedom difficulty, which I still have health and oxygen to be concerned with, but I don't have to worry about, being hungry or drinking water. But here's the surface, and there's a space station. This is the same planet as the first game, and you are now in the polar region where something happens, and I know what that something is, but I kind of just want to leave that to anyone who picks it up in early access or later down the road. And it's really cool. It's kind of funny that Altera Corporation would come back after what happened on this planet, but given what happened on this planet at the end of the game, it would make sense that they would want to come back. You play as someone new, so you are not the same individual that you were before, so it helps reinforce, the things you're doing at the beginning of the game, why you're learning how to craft for the first time. And right now, I don't have much but this to call home. I have my fabricator, I have my storage, which is full of materials. And I'm just so eager for the full release of this game. I spent over 40 hours in the first game, and that was roughly, 5 hours in early access in total. Like, I checked it out off and on, and I'm like, okay, I know this game is special. I don't want to mess this up for myself, so I just kind of dabbled here and there. And then I just dove headfirst when it fully released, and it just really never let me go. So it's weird being back. Like, it's great. Like, it's familiar, but it's hard to navigate now because, like, I used to look for specific landmarks. There's no map in this game by design, and it's kind of great that way because you learn by feel. Like, you just kind of figure things out based on how they look. And I think, like, an interesting thing here, it's not so much the polar region or these cute-ass penguins. I'm gonna get to an area where this can be shown off a little more visually than just saying. We don't see it right now, but there is some gnarly weather that happens. It's kind of doing some rainy stuff right now, but so I've crafted myself a knife. I've got myself a scanner. I've got a flashlight, and I've got myself a Sea Glide. Sea Glide will give me places. It illuminates areas. It can just be a standard flashlight, or you can get this 3D map that kind of does some sonar to kind of give you a feel of, like, locations. So at first, it was hard to navigate the underwater because what would end up happening is, you start out with a very basic tank. I've upgraded to a high capacity O2 tank, and I've got myself some fins, so I was slow, couldn't hold much water, so I would be exploring, grabbing resources, and then I would realize I'm running out of air, and I go up, and it might be nighttime, and I bonked my head on the ice. And this is a relatively kind of open area, so I'm able to just kind of pop up my head over the water here and get the oxygen I need. But in some of these other areas, like, there are large stretches of area that are covered in these glaciers that you can't easily just get out of. So there's this added tension and added, like, fear that wasn't present before, because you always knew that wherever you were under the water, you could go straight up and come out somewhere. This, I mean, became less true when you were going in the underwater caves, kind of like these areas, but for the most part, you knew how to get out of somewhere. Now, for those who are concerned about early access games, this one's different. And, like, I feel like that's an easy thing to talk about why or how it's different. Or just say that it is, and it's really not. But this is an exception to the rule, okay? Unknown Worlds spent years developing Subnautica. It went through the early access phase. It worked deeply with the community to make adjustments and improve the game in every aspect. And upon release, that game delivered in every single way, and probably more in most cases. And here, they already had a baseline to work from. So there's a certain level of polish. The game description and, like, even the kind of title screen that you get is quick to point out that the game is not finished, that there are bugs, that there's this and that. But honestly, it doesn't feel like that, at least in the way of how the first game was. Like, that game felt early. That game felt unfinished. I mean, there's certainly a lot missing here, but I wouldn't go so far as to say that this game is in any way early or kind of broken as it would suggest. It seems like in a really stable way. You know, like, the performance isn't perfect or anything, but I'm not worried about that aspect. I know it'll get there. It's proven itself. So there's some crazy storms that happen, and it's cool, like, seeing these clouds come in. Alright, we're gonna dive in. I have a beacon that... No, I already had that. Supply drop. Huh. Oh, you know what? I wouldn't have a beacon for this next thing that I'm supposed to be doing, so that's okay. Let's see what we can find. So the game is about crafting bigger and better things. You know, I've created this vehicle here that propels me in ways that I need to. I don't have any other way of getting around at this point. If you've not checked out the first Subnautica or don't really know anything about it, I wrote a very in-depth review. I've talked about it when it came to Game of the Year. That game is honestly very special to me. I adore it so much, and it's incredible to be playing this. Hey, I think I might have been over here already. Yeah, I think I've been here. Yeah, this was something else at one point. There is some story stuff along the way. They admit that it's only about 1 to 2 hours worth of content currently, and I've put about an hour into this, so I'm just kind of playing what I've gotten into. Those new fish that replenish your oxygen are game changers in a lot of ways. This is where, like, the game gets scary for me. This is literally the same thing. Oh my god. See, this is the thing. Like, I haven't learned my way around, and I do circles. Like, it's creepy. Oh god, that hurt. It's creepy under here, but it's kind of awesome. Wow, there's a lot of oxygen fish down here. That's cool. Oh boy, it is super dark. It's hard showing this off because I don't want there to be too much shown.
Passing 100 meters. Oxygen efficiency decreased.
Because for what's here now, I don't want to spoil that. So we're just going to talk positively about Subnautica because I think this is such an amazing series. Now a series, because this is another game that follows up on the events directly following the first game. Alright, but we gotta go up now. The fun part is that if this is a glacier above me... Oh, we can get these fish.
30 seconds.
Yeah, these fish are lifesavers, man. Like, wow. I don't think this is where I'm supposed to be. I'm supposed to be looking for something, but I think this is kind of like an edge that I shouldn't have reached.
Passing 200 meters. Oxygen efficiency greatly decreased.
Oh boy. This is scary. Like, I'm not talking because this is scary. I'm running out of air. Now I don't
30 seconds.
see any of my friend fish that can save me. It seems to be nighttime. Oh, yeah. No, no. Oh, yeah. Okay. Wow, I have gone a very long way out of the way. I don't think this is it. And I'm almost out of power from this thing. Alright, let's get back in here and just start heading back. So, yeah, new life forms. I haven't encountered any kind of, like, new vehicles, and I feel like whatever this next story beat is, that if I would have completed it, I would have... Oh no. I don't have another power source. Alright. Well, slow swimming from here. Oh, you know what? Let's take a look at the moonrise here. Oh, well, it's back there. So, okay, a bug. The reflection of the moon technically is right there, but there's this mountain here, so I can't see it. But there's another good look at the space station, actually a better look at it. The other moon. And yeah, like, if Below Zero can capture even just half of what made the original game so special to me and to so many people, this game's going to be great. I think it's got a lot going for it. I'm really excited for the direction that this can take. And if I did reach a certain milestone in the story that's the next beat here, that probably would have been interesting to show. That probably would have been cool, but get out of here. Scat! Go on! Have I scanned you? You should be scared of me. Yeah, these crazy storms, like, I don't know anything about those at this point. I can't wait to find out more. There's alien artifacts to scan now, so, like, you know, what was a secret in the first game of, like, ancient civilizations and whatnot. Whoa. Forgot the name of that guy, but he's got a cool name. It's like a rock chucker or something like that. What was once secret alien stuff that was happening on the planet is now kind of prevalent here, so it's a known quantity. There's a lot of things to scan here. I have scanned so much. So scanning those things like is now like part of like an upgrade unlock system. So scanning more of those will start to unlock new technologies and things. So I'm really excited to see what that can mean. I wish I hadn't blown that power source. I think we've got a sunrise now. But this game is just utterly beautiful. Oh, look at that. Look at that. So definitely check out Subnautica. It's in early access. You know, you buy the game, you get the full release when it happens. This is one that's absolutely worth it to have now, and either watch it during development and help make it better, or just buy it now for the lower price because it's going to increase when it releases in full. If you love the first game, you're really not going to be disappointed with this. It just feels really good, really fresh and exciting. I really can't wait to see what Unknown Worlds does with this. All right, thanks everyone. Bye.